When this building was built over a graveyard. Did you know that? And there is a little plaque on the side of the entrance or the exit over to the and they emptied the graveyard at the dead of night. And I did take somebody round who was there and who actually took part in emptying the graveyard. When was it? I think it would have been in the 1950s. I would normally walk you through the campus, but we've run over so much that I'm not going to, so I'll tell you what I was going to show you. First of all, it's the university itself is built over a meander in the River Medlock. Yeah, I mentioned 3 bands representing 3 rivers. I mentioned the Irk, the other is the Irwell, which separates Manchester from Salford, and the other is the Medlock. Now, in certain areas on Oxford Road, you get glimpses of the Medlock by the Palace Hotel, and if you look across, it's difficult to see from here, but at a later time, if you walk under the viaduct here, you'll see that there's one particular arch, just where it says no exit, that you'll see it's at an angle. And that's where it was built, on this curve of the actual meander in the Medlock. And I know there are in existence aerial views, photographs, that you can see where when the Medlock did flow freely, which would be really interesting. You've got them, right? Got everything here. Now, if you were to carry on down, you'd see there's a series of sculptures. And these sculptures were placed here by Professor Hankins and Professor Rose Innes. Professor Rose Innes, I understand, was a scientist who, when he retired, took a degree in fine arts. And he thought that so he took it on himself to commission various sculptures, and these are all around the campus. Probably the most famous one is Archimedes, getting out of his bath underneath the arch there. As you go down the steps and you come into the area that was the bowling green, I learnt yesterday.
Yeah, that's right.
Haven't met any of the teams yet. But I also heard that you used to have a pond somewhere on UMIST, and I was talking again to some people when I did the tours before, and they remembered at the time of the Profumo scandal when Mandy Rice Davies visited UMIST and she was thrown into the pond. Now, I saw that online again last night. I double checked. So that's a possibility. And again, down there, there's a red iron frame. It just looks like red iron frame. It's actually a frame from a mill, and it was brought here again by the professor because this mill was being demolished, and he thought it would be very apt to have I think it was the first cast iron or one of the original cast iron frames as a sculpture, and that's down there again on the corner of what was the bowling green. There's a certain number of other sculptures which are there as a result of competitions. And then I was going to finish in the Days, which used to be the Western Conference Centre, affiliated to the university. It's now the Days Hotel, but as you go in, they've now relocated one of the statues, which I guarantee you won't have noticed. And have you ever thought about double entry bookkeeping?
Yeah, I did it. 0%.
Oh, well, you should visit. Because you'll see it's a statue carving of Luca Pacioli, who was the first person credited in 1494 with coming up with the idea of double entry bookkeeping, so you might want to go and slash it. Yeah. And it was commissioned by the building formerly known as UMIST to commemorate bookkeeping and so on, and they've now moved him to the entrance, so as you go in he's on the right hand side. And then I want to thank Tony because he took me all around yesterday, and we went in the Ferranti building, which Christine hasn't even been
No, I'm going.
And that's fascinating. So, and Tom, obviously, for the looms, and you for coming. So thank you all very much, and I hope our 2 visitors